Hi there, I'm James Dapachi, and this is Coffee and a Case Note. Team, today we are talking about a trustee who makes a couple of applications to the court. Now, what's going on? We have got a trust. The trust is settled in 1973, and the corpus of the trust includes residential land, right? So we've got a trust has some assets, and those assets include a slice of residential land. Now, recently, there have been amendments to the Duties Act and the Land Tax Act, and those amendments mean that if there is a trust that has residential land, like our trust, and if that trust has foreign beneficiaries or potential foreign beneficiaries, then the land tax surcharge will apply. In short, foreign beneficiaries, bigger tax bill. Okay. So the trustee approaches the court. And what does the trustee want? The trustee wants to get from the court some judicial advice pursuant to Section 63 of the Trustee Act. And in the alternative, the trustee wants to get some orders made pursuant to Section 81 of the Trustee Act. What are we talking about? Section 63 of the Trustee Act allows a trustee of a trust to approach the court and essentially ask a yes-no question for advice. To come to the court and say, hey court, would it be okay if I did blah? And essentially, our trustee comes to the court today trying to form a strategy for how to exclude our foreign beneficiaries, and I say exclude without any negative connotation at all, in order to take this tax advantage. So there are 3 points that arise for consideration in that, hey court, would it be okay if judicial advice formulation. Firstly, the trustee says, hey court, would it be okay if I just revoke these trusts? And the court's advice, the court's answer is no. The power you have as trustee to administer these trusts is a power with a duty to administer them. So you've got the power to administer them, and you've got a duty to administer them, and there's nothing in the trust deed that allows you to revoke them. So no. The second question the court is faced with is whether the issue, just to say children, offspring of potential beneficiaries, are going to affect the tax position. And the answer is yes, because there might be issue or offspring beneficiaries. Those offspring, those children, may end up residing overseas, and so they may be foreign beneficiaries for the purposes of the relevant legislation. And so the tax advantage may not even arise because these issues are potential foreign beneficiaries. The third question for judicial advice is, hey, there's this power in the trust deed that allows certain natural persons, Blogsy, Smithy and McGee, 3 specific natural persons, whatever their names might be, to revoke certain elements of the trust. And so the trustee says, hey, did these powers that these natural persons have pass into their estate, meaning that their executors now have those powers? And the answer the court says to that is no. Those powers were personal and specific to those people while they were alive. And so the Section 63 advice that the trustee was after essentially leads the trustee to a position where the foreign beneficiaries must be maintained, and so things look bad for trying to take that tax advantage that would come from a surgical removal of foreign beneficiaries. But we now turn to Section 81 of the Trustee Act. And Section 81 allows the court to make orders granting a trustee the power to enter into certain transactions if it would be expedient for the trust to do so. Now, expedience is proved in this case, because what the trustee says is, if we can exclude these foreign beneficiaries, the saving to the trust will be a tax saving in the range of about $100,000 per year. The court says, yep, that's expedient. And so in short, the court says, yep, you can surrender your obligation to hold money on trust for the benefit of foreign beneficiaries and potential foreign beneficiaries. And what that means is that despite the fact the trustee did not get the Section 63 judicial advice that it wanted, the trustee did get the Section 81 orders that it wanted, and so it, as trustee of the trust, can now take advantage of these recent amendments to the Duties Act and the Land Tax Act. I hope that traversing of the Trustee Act, Duties Act, Land Tax Act was of value to you. Look forward to chatting again soon for another coffee and another case note. Cheers.